Hey, what's up guys, it's Kieran, welcome back to my channel. So almost exactly a year ago I filmed one of those videos that was trending all over YouTube about what I spend in a week as a university student in the UK, and I thought it would be really interesting to do that again, but like the perspective of a year later. I want to see how my spending habits have changed, if I got any better at budgeting, which, I mean, spoiler alert, I didn't. I'm still absolutely shockingly bad at budgeting. But I also wanted to see how living in a global pandemic has changed my spending habits, because I mean, on the one hand, I would have thought that I would be spending a lot less because we're not going out anywhere. Even this time last year, I would be in lectures at university, and while I was there, I would buy food, drinks, coffee, snacks. And obviously with everything being online now, I haven't been into university a lot at all, so I would have thought I'd be saving there. However, on the other side of the spectrum, being stuck at home means I'm much more prone to online shopping and also getting takeaways. So in a way, I feel like maybe I would have spent more than I did this time last year, but I guess that's what we're going to find out today, so I hope you enjoy it and let's just get into it. So just to make it like a fair comparison, I wanted to make sure that the week I decided to film this was as similar as possible to the same week last year, if that makes sense. So this week I've had lectures, obviously all online, and last year I had lectures. It was a very average week in my life as a medical student, so it's kind of same but different, and I feel like it'll lead to a fair comparison. So as per last year, I documented everything from Monday to Friday. However, this week I actually did my groceries at the weekend, whereas I remember last year I had done my groceries on a Monday and counted my groceries as part of my what I spend in a week. So I'm going to do that this year, even though I didn't actually do my groceries between Monday and Friday, just to make it more fair. And also, usually most of the money I spend in a week is on my groceries, so I just figured that would make it a fair comparison. So this week in particular, I didn't actually need that much in terms of groceries, so I didn't end up spending as much as I usually would. Okay, so a very quick grocery haul. I barely got anything actually. I think I spent about £9 or £10, which is great. So I got some more of these ginger shots, got some tortilla chips as like a snack, as well as some M&Ms, a little treat. And then I got some frozen pineapple for smoothies, as well as some green grapes just to snack on. I really have just been craving them, to be honest. And then for veggies, I got some green beans and one really massive red bell pepper, and then some rice. I wanted some coleslaw, don't know why, just kind of craving it, but yeah, that is literally all I got. Overall, I spent £9 and 23p on my groceries, but like I said, on an average week where I have like a full grocery shop to do, I would normally spend like £30 or £40, so that was actually quite out of the blue for me in terms of what I would normally spend, but that is what I spent this week. So moving on to Monday, it was a very average 9 till 5 day full of lectures, obviously all on Zoom, and in between all my lectures I was trying to fit in as much revision as possible because I had a really important exam on the Tuesday, so I was kind of stressed, and by the evening I really just didn't want to cook. I just couldn't be bothered, and I kind of felt like treating myself the day before the exam because I have been working really hard and revising a lot. So I ended up ordering a Mexican rice bowl from Deliveroo, which was so yummy. I definitely deserved it, and that came out to £14 and 3p. However, they did actually get my order wrong, and one thing I do love about Deliveroo is if you take a photo of your food if it's wrong and send like a copy of your receipt and explain that it was wrong, they will refund you. So I ended up getting a full refund of £14 and 3p in Deliveroo credit, so you can then spend that on more Deliveroo takeaways. They don't actually give you the money back, but I got the credit back, which was nice. And again, spoiler alert, I definitely ended up spending that credit later on in the week, but I just felt like it was a well-deserved takeaway and I didn't regret it at all. It was very nice, and an added bonus that I ended up getting a refund back. So Tuesday was the day of my exam. I was just trying my best not to panic. It was 9 till 12, but because they wanted to stagger everybody's entrance into the hall, because of the COVID and everything, I had to arrive there at 8, so I ended up being there from about 8 to half 12ish, and I was just exhausted by the end of it, so I didn't do anything else the rest of the day and ended up not spending anything on Tuesday, which was nice. And then Wednesday was another day of lectures all day. I think I had 9 till 6 lectures online, and I actually had plans with Matt and Harry to go out for dinner afterwards. That was basically meant to be like a night out to celebrate our exam being over and just to catch up generally. So we went out to dinner at Ask Italian, which was really, really nice. And then we ended up going to Wetherspoons afterwards for a couple of drinks. So my total for Wednesday ended up being £16. And then moving on to Thursday, again 9 till 5 lectures, and didn't spend anything because I didn't go out of the house. However, I feel like it's gonna look like I'm really lazy with my cooking this week, but I swear I usually do cook every day. But Thursday evening was just a takeaway day. I don't know why, but I think in the back of my mind I was like, I have delivery credit, this isn't going to cost me much, might as well. And also because I didn't get that many groceries for the week, I kind of didn't really have enough food for every single meal all week, so I ended up getting a few more takeaways than I normally would on an average week. But I mean, sometimes you have those days and I'm not mad about it. I enjoyed everything that I ate this week. But also I did have a reason for not wanting to buy too many groceries. So this week, like I said, I filmed from Monday to Friday. Today is Saturday that I'm filming like the sit down part of this video, and tomorrow I actually move out of this house for the next month. I'm moving to West Wales. So I didn't want to get too much food because if there was any left over, it was going to go to waste. So yeah, that is my very long justification as to why I got a takeaway on Thursday. But I ordered a vegan burger and chips and it was so good, and it only cost me 95p because I had the delivery credit, which I would say was worth it. So that was my grand total for Thursday. So then on Friday I again had lectures. This time it was 10 till 3:30, so a bit of a shorter day. And in the evening Harry and I actually went to the Winter Wonderland in Cardiff, which was so nice because I thought it was going to be cancelled due to COVID, but it wasn't, and that just made me really happy because we went last year and we kind of made it into a tradition, so we got to go this year and ended up spending way too much money on the thing where you try and get the basketball in the hoop to win a big prize. So I ended up spending £16, but I would say it's worth it because we did win a giant panda, which I'm so happy about. So yeah, £16 for Friday, which brings us to the end of the week. Now at this point last year I actually added up everything, and then I also added my monthly membership charges to the total, if that makes sense. So every month I pay for a gym membership and I pay for a Spotify premium membership. However, because of the November lockdown, I wasn't charged for the gym this month, which was amazing because obviously I couldn't go. So all I needed to add on to my kind of subtotal was my Spotify premium membership, which I pay the student rate for, which is £4.99. So I divided £4.99 by 30 because there's 30 days in November, and then I times it by 5 for the amount of days I'm counting for, and that ended up being 83p for Spotify. So overall that adds up to £56.21 plus the 83p for Spotify, which gets us to £57.04. And I don't think that's that bad at all. So that's technically everything that I spent this week that I would have on an average week in medical school. However, I can't remember what day it was, but I also did a little bit of online shopping. So I've been looking at these makeup brushes on Morphe for literally about 2 years now, and they were on sale down from £99 to £29, and I just couldn't pass up on it because the makeup brushes that I use at the moment are from Amazon and they are literally about 4 or 5 years old, and I just figured it was time for an upgrade. So I treated myself to some new makeup brushes, and that brought the total up to £86.04. That was an added bonus. I don't buy makeup brushes every single week, I don't online shop every single week, but if we're being real and honest, that is my total, £86.04. So like I said earlier, the whole purpose of this video was to actually compare what I spent this year as an average student in university in the UK to what I spent last year. So last year I actually spent £56.99, And like I said, this year I technically spent £86, but if we're taking off the cost of the makeup brushes, I spent £57 and 4p, which is very similar to what I was spending last year. So I feel like I did pretty well, and even though I didn't budget whatsoever and I got takeaway twice and went out for dinner once and spent a ridiculous amount at Winter Wonderland, I didn't do too badly. So yeah, take from that what you will. I think that's just kind of an interesting thing to see and kind of compare how we lived last year to this year in a global pandemic, and it turns out not so differently, which I don't know, I just found that quite interesting. So I hope you enjoyed this video, and if you did, then please subscribe for more, and I'll see you in my next one. Bye!